everyone. I thought I'd do a quick video. We've all been put into lockdown a couple of times this year, and quite often what I've heard from my clients is that when they're in lockdown they're just not moving as much as they normally would in the office. So I thought I'd just do a video on 5 simple revitalising stretches that you can do in your home office, just to get that kind of energy flowing and your body moving when you probably wouldn't be doing much movement in your home office. So I'm here in my home office. I've got my faithful office chair, which is probably, as most of you, not as comfortable as it possibly should be if we're working in here for hours at a time. And I'm just going to show you a few really simple stretches. Okay, so stretch number 1, very simple. I've called it head to chair, quite easy to remember. All you're going to do is roll down and touch your head to the chair. Okay, so we're going to get in front of your chair, in the corner so I can see you, and you're going to tuck your chin down towards your chest, and you're going to roll down nice and slow, stretching all the way through your upper back, middle back and lower back. You can hold onto the chair if you like, and then just aiming to bring the top of your head to the chair. Now if you don't touch, that's okay, you're just going to get a stretch, but if you do, you might like to lean forward and just go a little further into that stretch. Or if you need to, you can do it in front of your chair instead if you want to go down further. Alright, so once you've done that, you're just going to gently press into the chair to roll yourself back up and then stand up when you're done. Okay, so stretch number 2 is a lunge and look up. Okay, so we're stretching through the hips using the chair. Okay, so we're going to go 1 foot next to your chair, other leg behind you, drop that hip down nice and low, and then you're going to look up, stretching all the way through your tummy and the front of your hip and leg, and take a couple of deep breaths holding here. And once you've done that, you can swap. Now just be careful, obviously office chairs tend to be on wheels, so be careful when you step in from this one. And then you're going to swap sides, so leg next to your chair, other leg back, dip it down towards the floor, and then looking up, stretching all the way through. Nice deep big breaths. And that's it for that one. Okay, so the next one is a fold and roll. So you can use the top of your chair or you can use the desk. I'm going to show you with the desk just because I've got a little bit limited space to use the chair. So we are going to start with your hands on the desk. Now if you've got stuff on your desk, you're going to step a little further away, but I'm going to use the space that I have. So I'm going to start by sliding my hands forward, hinging at the hips, so keeping the back and the legs nice and straight, stretching through, and then I'm going to slide, tuck my tailbone under, slide back up in a roll. Okay, so you can do that a couple of times, sliding out, bum back, back straight, and then rounding up to come back up. Okay, this next stretch is, I've got elbows on the desk. You're going to use your desk to stretch through your upper back and shoulder blades. So this one's a really great one to counteract all of that time that we spend with raised, hunched shoulders, typing and using the mouse. So we're going to use the edge of the desk. Now you want to come back quite far away from the desk and sit on the edge of your seat with your knees nice and wide. Okay, so elbows are going to come onto the desk. Make sure they're not going to slip off. Hands together, and then we're going to slide back, and you want to bring your head through your arms as far as you're comfortable with. And then when you're ready, you can bring your hands all the way to your shoulder blades. And then take a couple of deep breaths, letting your shoulder blades come nice and wide around your rib cage. And you can hold this one as long as you like. So when you're ready to come up and out of it, you're going to lift your head, bring your hands forward, and then slide back up to sitting. Okay, this last one is the simplest of them all, but it's great for your hips, to open up through the hips after we've been sitting forward all day in a chair. So simple as ankle across your knee and bringing that knee down, sit up nice and tall, and then if you need to, just leaning a little bit further forward. So you should feel that stretch all the way through the outer part of the hip, maybe a little bit in the inner thigh depending on if they're tight. And I'll just show you from the side so you can see. Ankle across your knee, let your knee drop down, sitting up tall, and then leaning forward. Okay, so those are your 5 really simple stretches that you can do in your home office. Now, if you are a more visual person or you want something to hang up in your office that will remind you of these stretches, I've got a PDF that's downloadable for free on the website. It's got some beautiful stick figures that I used Microsoft Paint for, so you can enjoy those. And it's got those 5 stick figure drawings there for you to refer back to whenever you need to. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope we don't get too many more lockdowns where you're stuck in a home office, but if you do, I hope that you are safe and well and enjoying your movement when you get the chance.